Every penny looks the same until you discover the one tiny mistake that changes everything. Today we are talking about the 2011 Lincoln Shield penny, a coin millions of people spend without a second glance, but collectors are hunting quietly because certain 2011 pennies are hiding rare and valuable errors. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you might learn how one simple cent can turn into serious money. The story begins in 2000 when the U.S. Mint continued producing the shield design that replaced the old Lincoln Memorial. The design looked simple, but the minting process was anything but simple. High-speed machines struck billions of pennies, and anytime billions are made, mistakes happen. And these mistakes are where the real money is hiding. Imagine this. You receive change from a shop, and there's a shiny 2011 penny in your hand. You toss it in your pocket without thinking. But what if that penny has a die chip right above the shield, or a crack running across Lincoln's coat, or doubling on the date? What if that tiny mistake makes your penny worth hundreds or even thousands in collector markets? Most people miss it. You won't after this video. One of the most searched for 2011 penny errors is the die chip error near the shield corners or inside the Union shield lines. These look like tiny raised blobs of metal, formed when the die breaks or wears down. The bigger and clearer the chip, the more valuable the penny becomes. Some collectors pay instantly if the chip forms a shape like a dot, a spike, or a filled area. Small chips make small profit. Large chips turn into attention-grabbing coins. Another error to look for is doubling. A double die on the 2011 penny can show faint shadows around the numbers in the date, the word Liberty, or even Lincoln's profile outline. Most doubling is machine doubling and not worth much, but the true double die variety stands out when you tilt the coin. Strong lines, sharp shadows, clear separation. If you find one of those, keep it safe because collectors chase those premium pieces. There are also misaligned die strikes where one side of the coin is shifted slightly. The shield may look higher on one side, or Lincoln's portrait may look closer to the rim. In dramatic cases, the rim becomes uneven, and that alone can add value. The more noticeable the shift, the more money the coin can bring, but one of the most exciting 2011 penny finds is the off-center strike. Imagine a penny where part of the design is missing because the planchet wasn't centered when struck. A 5% off-center might get some attention. A 10 to 20% off-center becomes collectible. And a 40 to 60% off-center with a full visible date? That becomes a jackpot. These coins sell easily because they are visually impressive. Now imagine rotation errors. You flip a normal penny from top to bottom, and designs line up perfectly. But in a rotated die error, one side turns and the other side stays misaligned, creating a shocking twist. Collectors love this because it proves mint malfunction. Even a 20 to 30 degree rotation can bring more value than face worth. The 2011 Lincoln Shield penny also has a few rare plating problems. Since modern pennies use copper plating over a zinc core, sometimes plating bubbles, peels, or cracks. These coins look strange, but certain strong plating errors are valuable because they show dramatic texture or missing copper areas. A dramatically blistered penny looks like it has little volcano bombs. These are attention grabbers and highly collectible. Another strange but real error is a broad strike. When a penny is struck without a collar, it spreads outward like flattened pizza dough. These look different immediately, and collectors pay instantly for such errors if the date is visible, and here is where it gets interesting. Many collectors ignore modern pennies, thinking only old coins have value. But modern error coins, especially clear and dramatic ones, sell quickly because collectors know fewer people save them. This means your chances of finding a fresh 2011 penny error in circulation are still strong. People drop them, spend them, lose them, and hardly anyone checks the details. That gives you the advantage. Think about it. You might walk past a 1-cent coin worth nothing, but someone else sees what you missed and sells the same penny for real money. That's why knowledge is power in coin collecting. One tiny detail can change everything, so here's your mission. Check every 30 penny you get. Look for die chips on the shield, doubling on the date, cracks on Lincoln's jacket, misalignment, off-center strikes, rotation errors, plating bubbles, or broad strikes. Even small errors can bring a few dollars. Medium errors bring tens. Major errors can bring hundreds or more depending on condition. Remember, every valuable coin ever found was first ignored by someone who didn't know what they were looking at. Don't be that person. Inspect your pennies carefully. You never know which 2011 Lincoln Shield penny might be the one that surprises you, and if you find something rare, keep it, protect it, and maybe, just maybe, that one little coin will change your day, your week, or even your future. Today we are looking at the 1977 Lincoln penny, a coin millions of people walk past every single day without ever realizing that some rare versions of this coin can be worth far more than 1 cent. The 1977 penny looks simple, old, and common, but hidden among those everyday coins are rare mistakes, minting flaws, doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, and even high-grade business strikes that collectors pay big money for. Stay with me through this video because I will show you the exact errors, the exact details, the exact grading secrets, and real auction prices that prove why this simple penny is still hunted by collectors today. Let's begin by understanding the coin itself. The 1977 Lincoln penny does not contain any silver. It is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Because it is copper, older pennies naturally tone over time, showing brown, red, or a mixture called red-brown. Collectors value these colors differently, and knowing this can instantly change value. For example, a pure bright red 1977 penny in top grade can sell for hundreds, while a normal brown one might be worth only a few cents. That one detail alone makes people examine every penny closely, but the real excitement comes from the errors. The first category is double dies. A genuine double die happens during the hopping process before the coin is even struck, and it creates real doubling on letters or numbers. On the 1977 penny, collectors especially search for doubling on the word liberty, on the motto "In God We Trust," and sometimes on the date. Doubling on the 1 or the 7 can give a coin a steep value jump. Coins with strong doubling and a high grade can reach hundreds of dollars or more at auction. Another valuable category is off-center strikes. If your 1977 penny is missing a portion of the design because it was struck incorrectly, and especially if the date is still visible, you can have a valuable error. Off-center pennies between 5% and 20% off are commonly collected, but extreme 40% to 70% off-center coins bring serious offers from collectors. The more dramatic the mistake, the more money it brings. Next is the famous broad strike error. When a coin is struck without a working collar, it spreads out wider than normal, making a strange, flat, pancake-like penny. These errors are easy to miss if someone does not know what a normal diameter should look like. A clean broad strike in strong uncirculated condition can be worth a surprisingly high amount. Die cracks and cuts are also popular. A cut happens when a piece of the die breaks off and the coin shows a raised blob or missing design area. Collectors love dramatic cuts on Lincoln pennies. On a 1977 penny, a strong cut near the rim, especially by Liberty or the date, can turn a common coin into a collectible worth several dollars or more. Another high-value category is the coin's grade. A regular 1977 penny in circulation is extremely common. But a perfect uncirculated 1977 penny graded MS66 or MS67 red by PSGS or NGC can sell for over $100, sometimes more depending on demand. This is because high-grade copper coins from the 1970s are difficult to preserve. Most have scratches, spots, or discoloration. Finding a flawless one is like finding treasure. Now let's talk about real auction examples to understand the market. A 1977 Lincoln penny in MS67 RD condition has sold for over $500 at top auction houses because of its color and strike quality. Error versions have sold for prices ranging from $50 to several $100 depending on how dramatic the mistake is. A major off-center strike with full date can sell for over $250. A strong cut can reach more than $100. Even minor errors like die chips often sell because collectors enjoy unique pieces. This is why you must check every coin carefully. Hold it under good lighting, rotate it slowly, inspect the rim, the lettering, the mint mark area, and the color. Copper coins are extremely sensitive to the environment, so storage matters. A well-preserved penny from 1977 could be sitting in an old jar, a drawer, or even loose change, waiting to be discovered. In the end, the beauty of coin collecting is that even a 1-cent coin can tell a huge story. The 1977 penny may look ordinary, but the errors, the high-grade versions, and the rare variations make it one of the most exciting years for Lincoln collectors. So keep checking your change, keep looking closely, and you might be the lucky person who finds a treasure hiding in plain sight.